everybody, my name is Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel. Here's Rogue and here's Claire. Claire, I want to say hi. Why are you complaining? Today we're going to be talking about my book haul. Some from December and then I think one from January. And so I wanted to start off the new year with a book haul, and it's not that big, but I did get a Amazon Kindle Oasis that my husband got me, and it's really crazy. Like, it looks like actual pages and stuff, but I'm about to go through what I have on my TBR in Kindle Unlimited, because it came with 3 months of Kindle Unlimited. This is not sponsored, by the way, by Amazon Kindle. How cool would that be, though? So there are a few books on my TBR that's on Kindle Unlimited. So, and another book that I have on here that I'm reading currently as well. So, let's get to it. I did want to talk about, I did get this one, I think either end of November or beginning of December, and I recently read it. I just never had it on a TBR or book haul or anything like that, and so I gave this a 5 out of 5. It was amazing. Highly suggest reading it. It's Hollywood back in the 50s, 60s, all the way till now, and it's just a crazy story of all the shit that she had to go through. Really awesome. I bought Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. And I read The Good Daughter by her, and I thought that one was crazy. There was crazy crap going on in that, and brutal. It's just, I couldn't believe like all that stuff could be written in a book, and then there was like twists and turns, and it was kind of sad how the ending ended. And I was just like, okay, this is cool. And I've heard that this one's really gruesome, like probably more gruesome than that. So I am intrigued when I'm in the mood to read something like that. And right now, I'm not in that. Maybe because I am a mood reader, so maybe like somewhere down the line. I don't think in January I'm gonna read this, but I'm definitely gonna wait until I feel like I want to read a gruesome thriller. And I really like this cover. It's really pretty. Look at it against the light. Oh, I didn't even say what it was about, because I like to go in a lot of things blindly. And the main character's name is Claire in this book, and my daughter's name is Claire. How crazy. But a lot of this stuff I'm going in blindly. Let me see if I can just give you a little synopsis of what I read here. There's these two main characters, Claire and Lydia. Claire's a trophy wife. Lydia is a single mother. They're both married, but back when they were young, because it says it's 20 years later. But I guess they had a disappearing sister. Are they sisters? I guess they're sisters, but I guess their sister Julia went missing, had a disappearance, and then all of a sudden it says that there's a murder of Claire's husband in there, and I guess somehow there's a link between it, so we'll see what that link is in this book. And then this one I bought because it sounded so cool. I watch Haley in Bookland. She's really good with like contemporary or young adult or historical fiction type books. And so I don't always go by what she says, but this one sounded so good. This was her favorite of the year. It's called The Lovely War. And what's so interesting about this, it takes place in World War I. During World War I, totally historical fiction, and it's like a love story between probably a soldier and another woman in World War I, who knows. And it's told by all the Greek gods. So it's crazy, like, you can see right here, there says Aphrodite right there, and there's Ares, and like, how crazy is this? Hades and stuff. It's just amazing. It just says that there's 4 different people in this story, so it's all their stories told by goddesses. Aphrodite must be like the main one, but there's multiple one in there, and it's just talk about the love story during World War I. How cool is that, though? This story during World War I, love story between like 4 different characters. I don't even know what the story is, but told by different Greek gods. What an amazing idea. Whoever had this idea, which is probably her name, Julie Berry. Awesome. I'm excited to read this. This one's a pretty long one, it seems. It's almost 500 pages. It feels heavy. It's almost like feels heavy, kind of like how, what's that book? The Scent Keeper. You know how that one's like a paperback, but it's like heavy pages. I don't understand. And then I got some of these I bought like with my own money. Some I had Amazon gift cards, or Barnes & Noble gift cards, or I bought from Half Price Books. This one is The Vanishing Half. I heard this one is amazing, and it's about these twin sisters who grow up in two very different worlds. I don't know if they were adopted. Let me see. They're identical. It says that they're black, in the black community, and they both separated by many miles and lies and stuff, but then the fates that get intertwined, and it just shows the difference of these two identical twins growing up in completely different areas. Anyways, like, I'm very intrigued by this because it just shows like how it not just of nationality, I guess depends on where you grow up in and your like race and stuff, but just if you're talking about if I just say two identical twins grow up in two different lifestyles, that's already like going to be crazy and different enough. But then you add their nationality and their race or whatever in this, depending on what area you're going, it could be bad or it could be very good. So I'm excited to read this. My husband got me for Christmas, besides this Kindle, was the first edition. He found it on eBay. The Lost World, because I read Jurassic Park, and so I really wanted to read The Lost World, and he didn't want to get like a reprint or anything, so he found like the first edition version of it, and it's used, but it's still awesome, and I'm really excited to read this continuation. I was so curious because they killed what's his face off in Jurassic Park. What's his name? Malcolm. Look out. They killed Malcolm in that one, and then I was like, okay, I need to find out why he's alive in this, and they just said that they misspoke, like they pronounced him dead, but he really wasn't. Excited to read that one. And this one was probably on my list of most excited to read. I feel like it's been so hyped up, and I haven't read like a fantasy series in a while, except I did start Scythe, and so I can't wait to finish reading those two books. And all three books are out for this one. It's called The Poppy War, and I am pretty excited. I've just heard amazing, great things, and how it just goes straight into fighting and war, and it takes place, I'm not sure where it takes place. It's probably China, I'm guessing, because the author is from China. And is this her debut novel? Like, how crazy is that? She made this amazing, like, trilogy. So I don't even know how to explain this. There's so much to explain in fantasy type worlds and books that I'm just going to go into this. We'll see how it goes. I'm really excited to read this. I might start it actually, I probably won't start this in January, just because I want to read the Kindle Unlimited books before they're out, before I don't have Kindle Unlimited anymore. So, but this will probably be my next physical book, depending on the mood I'm in. And another book that I bought is Anxious People, and I've heard this one's really cool. Like, it's just they're at a real estate thing where a bunch of people, they're showing houses, and I guess like some like strangers come in and hold these people hostage, and then it brings up a bunch of stuff. And it first sounds like a thriller, but it just brings things up, I guess, in their lives about anxious, and I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, I like going in blindly, but I'll try to figure out. Let me see. I guess it goes into all these different characters' personal lives and like why they're all there together and why they're being held hostage, I'm guessing. Each of them carries a lifetime of grievances, hurts, secrets, and passions they are ready to boil over. None of them is entirely who they appear to be, and all of them, the bank robber included, desperately crave some sort of rescue. As the authorities and media surround the premises, these reluctant allies will reveal surprising truths about themselves and set in motion a chain of events so unexpected they can hardly explain what happens next. How crazy does that sound? So, interesting story. In the first book that I bought on my new Kindle, I did have an old Kindle, and it was the Fire HD one, but it's like you're reading a screen, and then there's a whole bunch of apps and shit that you can do on it, and I feel like you could just get too distracted on it. Like, I think I was on Pinterest on that more than anything. And I don't even go on Pinterest that much anymore, but I was like a huge Pinterest person when I had that. So the book that I first bought, because I still had Amazon gift card, is The Midnight Library, and I'll put a picture of the cover right here. And that one I bought because I was really intrigued by it because, I saw like Gabby Reed's read it, and I read like the Gnosis, and it's crazy. It's about this girl who just, her life isn't going that great, and then in one day a lot of things come like crashing down on her at one time, and so she decides to commit suicide, and now she's like in an in-between because she's not like fully dead yet. I guess if like say you car crash and like die, like then you would go on, but she's like in an in-between, and this Midnight Library is showing all these different lives that if she made one little decision different, she could have had a totally different life. So now she's going into the now as if she had that, and a lot of these things aren't going the way that she thought she would, and she's glad in a way that she didn't go those routes. And then she's starting to find the will, like she realizes she wants to live. So if she chooses a life in there that she likes, she can stay in that life forever. It's kind of like what's it called, like not an alternate universe, but like in quantum physics. I just think of Marvel or whatever, where it's like an alternate type. Yeah, this is Mama's Kindle that Daddy got her. And so I don't know, it's just really good book, and it just shows that how cool it is if you find the will to live. But she only has certain time, because I feel like if she actually dies, she'll just pass on. So now she's worried about actually passing on. Yeah, I'm almost done with that. It's a very short book, 288 pages, and I'm 50% through. And what's cool about this, it's kind of like one of those, this is like the best of the Kindles. Like it's a 32 gig Kindle Oasis, and it's kind of like those Paperwhites where it's not a screen. It seems like a screen, but it's not, and it doesn't really mess with your eyes. I feel like my eyes still kind of get a little bit weird, but not like how when you're looking at a screen. But anyways, I have the list of like what I have on my Goodreads connected to the Amazon Kindle, and so it shows what books are on there. And I was really wanting to read from Colleen Hoover, Verity and Layla. I don't know if this so I want to read those. It says Kindle Unlimited up there, and so I've heard that those are really good, because Colleen Hoover is like a romance book writer, but these ones I heard is like a mix of romance and thriller, and so I'm really excited. Verity was written first, and then Layla, so I'll probably read those. I don't know if I'll read them back to back. We'll see how it goes. But there's one called Jar of Hearts, and I forgot what that one was about. I don't know if I want to click on it right now, because then it'll get me out of here, and I don't want to mess anything up. But I think this one's a thriller. Actually, I'll just click on it. It doesn't have a description for some reason. And that's why I didn't want to go anywhere. Then there's, I was wanting to read the 1984 by George Orwell. I never read it before, and I think that would be a very interesting thing to read. I know there's a movie, and I never watched it. And then my husband actually read this book, and he said it's really cool. And then another Kindle Unlimited is What Lies Between Us by John Mars. So I've been wanting, so I read The Passengers by John Mars, and I want to read The One by him, but this one is a Kindle Unlimited, so I was like, I'm definitely gonna read that. And is that it for Kindle Unlimited? And that's it for Kindle Unlimited. So I'm gonna try to get to those as well, and I count that as a book haul, and the Midnight Library on here, and then yeah, so we'll go from there, and I'm very, very excited to read all these books, and let me know if you've read any of these, if you plan on reading any of these, if any of these sound interesting to you. What are you gonna read? What do you have on your book haul, or if you have anything on your TBR. Thank you for watching this video. Sorry for all these interruptions by my little girl here. She's a toddler. You know how she gets, and she saw my tablet and was like, I want to get it. So now there's a huge mess here with all these little things. So anyways, thank you for watching the first video of the year. Bye. Say bye.